Up until now, you've paid thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in EIDL interest, but that's finally changing. There is good EIDL news, and it has to do with EIDL payments. If you're one of the 4 million EIDL borrowers across the US, that represents around $500 billion. Be sure to watch this video. Or if you're just an entrepreneur and small business owner in search of good financing and capital for your business, I'll give a few tips at the end. What this news means for you, why it is so important. Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. As always, thanks so much for tuning in and subscribing. Be sure to turn on alerts so you never miss out on anything funding or business related. Here's the screenshot I'm going to get to. It's the EIDL payment details and the good news that is finally happening. Many of you have been waiting for this news since you started payments, likely in late 2022 or early 2023. And you can check out these numbers for yourself after watching this video to see what I'm talking about. You can go to lending.sba.gov. Under COVID EIDL, click sign in and make payment. You'll get to your dashboard that looks like this and see your outstanding balance and a whole bunch of actions you can take. Click view summary. That's where this juicy information is. But before you do that, check your messages. Maybe there's some important messages from the SBA you should know about. I'm going to go through these specific numbers and what's changed today in a second. The reason I'm talking about this today is for two reasons. Number one, we did a poll on YouTube yesterday. Which would you choose for your business? Either a $10,000 grant or a $1 million loan. 76% of you, based on over 300 votes, said a $10,000 grant. Only 24% said $1 million loan, and a bunch of great comments. This video supports that choice. And the second reason is just because this is finally happening today as it relates to EIDL payments, some of you either may not see this or you're still in need of financing, funding, grants. You can see dozens of options on the Skip dashboard. It's now more important than ever. If it's financing, click the financing button here and see what's available for you. If it's grants, scroll through the recommended grants. It's all on the Skip dashboard and app. Here's the change that's happened. People are finally paying down their principal for their COVID EIDL loans. Remember, nearly $500 billion was distributed between 2020 and 2021 to around 15% of all small businesses across the US. These were a major lifeline, but as we now see, they also have had some major downside, and that's all the interest that's been accrued since you took these loans. Take a look at this example, disaster COVID-19 EIDL loan. It matures in May 2050, 30-year loans, 3.75%. Some of the best interest rates we've ever seen, but 3.75% still adds up to a lot, especially with some of these large loans. In this example, this current loan was worth $995,300. Since it was fully dispersed in 2020 or 2021, interest has been accruing. EIDL borrowers had 30 months to defer payments. Even though they were deferred, interest was still accruing. Most folks had to start repaying in November or December of 2022 or even early 2023. And only now in summer 2024 can most of you say that you've finally caught up on interest and you're starting to pay down your principal. That's both good news and it underlines the actual problem. You've paid a ton in interest. Up until now, you've paid thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in EIDL interest, but that's finally changing. In this example, the daily interest accrual was over $100. The previous year interest paid, so that's 2023 interest, was $63,700. That's more than most Americans make in a year just paying back interest for this nearly $1 million loan. And this year to date, halfway through, $34,300 has gone towards interest. That's around $100,000 that's gone towards interest. But look at this, the total outstanding interest is only $2,000. That means that the next payment will go in part towards the principal balance, and you'll finally feel like you're making progress on this initial loan amount. I would love to hear from you. Go check your portal here. Are you, in fact, starting to pay down your principal, or do you still have a couple more payments to make? Let me know. We do know that many of you are taking advantage of the hardship accommodation plan. We helped around 50,000 people find out about it and enroll in reduced payments for up to 2 years. If you're taking advantage of that, I would love to know as well. As far as real EIDL forgiveness in part or in full or lowered interest rates, no word yet from Congress or lawmakers or the SBA, but as always, we're keeping an eye on that. Our EIDL forgiveness petition had over 6,000 signatures. We shared that with lawmakers. So if you're finally feeling relief that you've paid off the interest, it just emphasizes the important trade-offs you make when looking for funding. Grants may always be better for you. With 2 points, you should think twice before taking out a loan. Understand the short-term and long-term consequences. And number 2, you should always be applying for grants. Skip makes it easy for you on the Skip dashboard right now. You can see millions of dollars in grants that are available. Some major programs and our $1,000 grants. We give out several $1,000 grants every single week if you could use a quick injection of cash. We're picking winners a few times next week. And take a look through financing options. Besides loans, which will accrue interest, there are other options you may want to look at. For example, lines of credit. They don't accrue interest until you draw on that line of credit. So if you just want a little backup plan, see if you can get approved for a line of credit, or look for a business credit card to again give you a little cushion. A lot of business credit cards may have 0% interest for up to a year. You can always click the financing option here on the Skip dashboard or go under recommended financing. I've put a few links down in the description. Again, thanks for subscribing and turning on alerts to stay up to date on all things funding and business related. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.